G'day guys and girls, welcome back to another video. Just a real quick one today. I'm going to fit a dash mat. I've had it for about a year, but the little round thing, I don't know if that's a light sensor or whatever it is, it doesn't have the hole for that. So I'm just going to measure it up and cut a hole and then put the dash mat in. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while because when you drive and you get a lot of glare anyway off the dash, especially on a sunny day. But I've noticed on a few of my videos on sunny days as well, you can't actually see outside properly because of the glare. So I'm going to sort that and hope it fixes it. The other little update, I've called it an auto marine upholstery place. I've got a spare gear knob here. Now the idea was I was going to put this onto this gear knob, but I don't know if you can see, the leather's not in the best condition, especially around the edge there. So I ended up not using it. Now, I did do a video where I attached this to my good gear knob. Basically, it's my fault. The Sikaflex that I used just didn't hold up to it the first warm day, and it just let go. So I've got the standard one back on now, but the idea is I want to change the leather on the dodgy gear knob that I've got and match it to the Mountune gear shift gator. So hopefully he gives me a call back and we can get that sorted. Another quick update, white line sway bar still coming. Originally they were expecting it in their warehouse on the 11th of September, then it got pushed back because of customs, so they're expecting it this Friday the 25th. So I'll get it when I get it. The Whoosh Motorsports order has been sent. It is in Sydney. That's spent about a week in customs as well. So hopefully that's due by the end of day next Monday. So fingers crossed all that comes, and there's the intake and the downpipe with the 200 Sol Sports cat. And that cat, I've decided I'm going to get ceramic coated. So I don't want to wrap it, but I will get it ceramic coated. So interested to hear what colour you think I should get. I'm just thinking somewhere between silver and black, but you know, if you've got an idea, leave a comment. But we'll get onto this dash mat, and yeah, I'll update you with this if the guy calls me back. So alright, let's get into it. This is the dash mat, just your bog standard one from Super Cheap Auto, nothing special. It doesn't have the little hole cut here. Some of them I've seen is like pre-done, so you can just finish it off and punch it through. This one doesn't, so we're going to do some real technical measurements. We're going to probably fuck this up a few times, but it'll be in. Kramer's not overly impressed, he's a bit intrigued. He probably finds it a bit loathsome and offensive, but he can't look away, so we'll go and measure it up, we'll fit it, do a test fit, find out where this little sensor's going to go, and then just cut a hole and stick it in. So that's it test fitted. It fits nicely, the moulding fits alright, bit of Super Cheap Auto quality there. But the sensor itself, I've done a technical measurement, and it's a little bit off center actually, but it's probably a bit beyond my first knuckle of depth inside that I need to start cutting the hole. So I'm just gonna wing it, I think. It's only a cheap thing, so. Alright, you probably can't see because I've used black texture, but I've just freehand cut a circle there, which is roughly where it is. Before I butcher it too much, I'm going to just split it. So that's roughly the width of the hole now. And then I'm going to take it back up and just see if the sensor starts to poke through. And if it does, then I've done alright. If it doesn't, I fucked it up. You're not going to be able to see, but the split is pretty bloody accurate. I couldn't have measured that better if I used all the right tools. Now all I've got to do is make a circle out of it, and we are good to go. I'll give this a quick vacuum. I'll give the dash a bit of a clean with some interior cleaner, and I reckon we'll be done, ready to stick it on. we're onto a bit of a winner here. So I cut across and then I've just cut there and the sensor's poking through. So we're roughly in the right area. I think I just need to go around now. I'll try that with scissors first. It'll be a bit easier than trying to do it with a Stanley knife. Then I'll test fit again, make sure it sits nicely. Then I'll just give it a vacuum, like I said, and clean the dash and we'll get to sticking. We have a hole. It's not the roundest hole, but that's alright. Basically just folded it in half and followed my circle, but improved it where I could. So that should be where that bloody sensor pokes through. If not, that's where the sensor's going to poke through and the rest of the mat's going to be a bit off because I can't take it back. Now I know long term this may fray without having it stitched up like the edge, but you know, it's only a $30 dash mat. It's not like I'm cutting up a $100 thing or something, so. So the hole's probably a little bit bigger and a little bit off center than it needs to be, but it's fine. The whole idea is just to protect the dash and stop the glare. So it all fits up pretty good. Now we've got the Velcro. So basically pieces of Velcro with a bit of tape on the other side. One side will stick to your dash, the other side will stick to the mat. What I suggest doing so that they line up nicely, stick one side down to your dash, then stick the other side on top of the Velcro so it's all stuck together, but leave the paper on the tape. Make sure it's all where you want it, and then just peel the tape off the top and then stick your dash down, and then that way you know that they all line up. I've done one here, one here, one here and one here. Before I go over to the driver's side, I'll just show you how I've done it. Basically, if we move that out of the way, so I've stuck both of the bits of Velcro together and then made sure that that one's stuck down to the dash. You're only given 6 of these, so like I said, I've got 2 here. I'll do the same on the driver's side, and just in the middle I've done another 2, and there's one just over there as well. So at least that should stick the dash down and hold it in place. What I'll do, I'll go and stick the other 2 on the driver's side, and then one by one, so I can put some decent pressure on it for a while. One by one, I'll start at the back, then go to the middle, 2, and then I'll do the 2 front ones, just so I can give it a really good chance to stick to the actual mat as well. And that's it, installed. They don't call it super cheap for nothing. The tape doesn't stick all that great to the dash mat, but that's alright. As long as it holds it in place, that's fine. I'd say now we get the headrest camera mount set up and we go for a drive and see how much reflection there is on the windscreen now. And hopefully it makes my videos a bit easier to watch when I'm driving. Alright, so has the dash mat done what I wanted it to do? From the driver's point of view, there is less glare. It's more consistent, so rather than have mismatched plastics, you've got the same consistency of the carpet. There is a little bit of reflection, and you do see the vent a lot more because now that's like your focus point, because that's the shiny plastic bit. Don't know what it's like from this view yet, haven't reviewed the footage, but fingers crossed it's more usable and you guys can see the road better, and you know, it just makes my videos easier to watch. Alright, that brings us to the end of another one. Would have taken all of 5 minutes, even cutting the hole. I'm not happy with the hole, but you know, for a cheap dash mat it doesn't really bother me. It's going to do what I want it to do for a daily. It's going to keep the glare down and hopefully help you guys watch my videos a bit easier. I didn't hear back from the upholsterer about the gear knob, so I'm going to stop in there anyway. I'll see if he can do it, if they're even open, and I'll follow up more on that. If he can't do it or he's not open, I'll find someone else, but I want that done. Again, stick around. White line rear sway bar, 3-inch catted downpipe, and an intake to come. And then leave your suggestions on who you like for stage 2. UK tuning companies, so no US, no Cobb or anything like that. They don't work on our cars. But let me know who you're with, why, and why you think that they're the best. Cheers.